Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I've been making a birthday card which is quite clean and simple using an old die which I do believe was a Crafter's Companion die, but I can't really remember, and I have had it a long time. But obviously you can use whatever dies you've got. It doesn't have to be a cupcake like I've made, can be anything. So I'll put this one aside. I have prepped the next one and explain a little bit more about it as I go along. So today's card is going to be a 6x6 card, which is just scored. It's a 12x12, which I have cut in half and scored along. I've done some matte and layers, and I have used my press cut dies. The larger one is 4.5, the smaller one is 4. So this one is 4.5 and this one is 4. Now what I've done is I've used a die which I've got, which is this one, and this is out of a set which is from Tim Holtz. I love his sets, and I thought I would use a slightly different die from the first card I made, which was sort of a circle one. So this one's like a distressed honeycomb. So that's the die I've used. So I just cut out my square first and then cut out my die accordingly to where I wanted it. This piece is just one that I made when I was doing some ink swooshing. Just for anyone that don't know what ink swooshing is, it's just putting some ink down on your mat, spritzing some water on it and giving your card a good old smoosh around, letting it dry and see what you get. And this is part of a sheet of paper that I'd got left, and I thought that would be nice colours to go under there. So you can have it in whichever orientation you'd like. I think I might have the green at the top, but no, the green at the bottom for me today. So that will go on there, and then I cut this die 4 times, just stacked it on top of each other. So you just cut in, glue in, stick in on top of each other, just to give you a really good, it's like a chipboard piece. And then I cut a separate top. So I just cut it out, snipped it, and but I cut it out of this decorative paper that I'd made. And then all I've done is I embossed it on the embossing mat. And then to get the colours, I've used fine liner pens. So one's a green, one's a pink, and the other one is sort of a beigey colour, but it looks a bit brownish, just to make this the stars and the, you know, sort of the sprinkles look a bit more realistic. And what I did was I just did it through the actual die itself, so you're colouring like through a stencil, so you get a nice clean finish. So that is how I've done that one. I'll get it out again. So that's quite a nice effective sprinkles. How I've made my sentiment, which is just a happy birthday. This is my little trick. On the computer, I'll put some sentiments, different fonts, different colours. You can do whatever you like. And then I just print the sheets out If I look through my stamp sets and I haven't got something that is quite right for my project, these are my fallback. So all I do then is, as you can see on these, I cut around my sentiment and then cut it out with a die. So easy, and it just makes a nice clean looking die. So that's my sentiment with the happy birthday, which I thought went well with the colouring. So I'm just going to build it up for you. So on this side here, I am going to have that green to the bottom. So I'm just going to run a thin piece of, or bead of glue, should I say, around the edge. And put that down so I can see where I'm going. And that looks okay. So just hold it down, a little bit. You could actually, if you wanted to, put this up on foam tape to raise it, but by doing that you don't get to see the colours as much. So that's that done. Right, we'll go to the cupcake itself and just put a bit of glue on there. And that just places on top and get it lined up. Now you could actually, if you wanted to, colour the cupcake actual case. You can buy them in all different colours, you can buy them in designs, but I wanted just to keep mine white because I'd got colour, and I wanted to have my icing on my cupcake to match the decorative part that is looking underneath, and I don't want my colours to clash too much. So I'm going to have my cupcake placed there, and I'm going to have mine on a raised pad. Just get one out. So I'm going to put one at the bottom, and then I'm just going to put one at the top. These are quite large. And that's a good sturdy base for it. Even though, because I've put the 4 layers, it is quite dimensional as it is, but I just want to make this statement piece. So I think I might have my happy birthday offset this time. Pop that down there, and I'm going to put my happy birthday with a little foam pad on as well. So I'm just going to put this one down with my scissors. I hope everyone's okay and not having too much trauma with this chaotic weather we're having. It's not just us, it's all over the world. Even though in in our part of the country we would like to have some summer instead of all this rain. So I'm going to put my sentiment offset on this one. And if you've seen my first video, I'm sorry, I know it were a bit rough, but hey ho, what can I say? You'll know that I like to have 10 folds. So I'm going to place that down. Obviously you can make whatever you like. And I really like these X-cut dies. Like I say, there's 32 in this square set, and oh, they're so handy. So I'm going to pop that down there as well. Or should I have it raised on a foam pad? No, I'll pop it down just in case I want to pop it through the post, because you do have to consider whether you're going to send it through the post. And to be honest, I don't know who I'm going to send this to yet, so I will pop it down, because the dimensions do start bumping our postage up, don't they? So I'll try and get that as central as I can. Like that. Yeah, that's okay. Now, I did on my last video tell you about the I'll leave that off. Tell you about the base that I like to put on my 10-fold cards. But for whatever reason, when I made it on the video, I did it correctly, but told you the wrong measurements. I did in the comments put that I'd put the wrong measurements, but I do want to clarify. So because this is a 6x6 card, you need a piece of card, if you want to do this, is 6x4. And score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches and 3.5 inches. And I'm just going to fold and burnish these score lines. Like that. And then just rub some glue along these edges. So I do it with the front side first, and with the folded edge towards the front panel. Find your mark that you'd like to put it in at. I just put it in just under the front edge, and you can just give that a nice little press with your fingers. And then if you bring the other edge up together, bring the back panel up, that will fit into place to match the front edge, like that. And then you can pop it down, give it a rub with your bone folder, flip it over, do the front, and that will give you a nice base. It looks nice from the side. It doesn't spray on your shelf or your mantelpiece or your table. And the back I use to put my decorative personal message. But also, if you don't want to do the tent fold, you can just do a regular card where you open from the side and no problem, and you can still do your insert from the inside. So I hope you like this short tutorial. I hope I don't sound as nervous as I did on the first one, and if you'd like and subscribe my channel, I would be happy to help anyone. If there's anything you'd like me to do that's different to what I have done, please feel free to get in touch with me and leave me a message or a comment. Thank you. Bye bye.